strikes. Now there's two definitions for strikes. We have just strikes, and then we have striking blocks. So we're going to cover those a little bit different. And we're not really going to have the hows and the whys for this one either, because there's too many strikes to talk about and why you're doing each strike. So those will all be separate at some later date. So the definition of a strike, though, is anything done with the arm or hand with the exception to the front knuckles of the fist. All right, because that's going to be a punch. So it's anything done with the arm or hand with the exception to the front knuckles of the fist. Now that's the front knuckles. So if I did a back knuckle, if I'm using the backs of the knuckles, that's a strike. If I'm doing a forearm, that's a strike. If I'm doing an elbow, that's a strike. It's arm or hand with the exception to the front knuckles of the fist. That's going to be a version of a punch. All right. The second definition is striking blocks. Now, the definition of a striking block is it's used against a weapon in motion or not with the intent to hurt. So it's used against a weapon in motion or not with the intent to hurt. Now that's what I like. All right. So if somebody's throwing a left punch at your head and you try to block their arm, make it hurt. Okay. So I like striking blocks a lot. What you have to do, though, on a striking block, any of them that we use, is you have to know the reason for your block. Okay? So if I'm trying to use an angle of deflection, like in deflecting hammer, hence the name, deflecting, right? So if the guy's trying to kick me, I want to make sure that my block hits on an angle of deflection and goes all the way back, because I don't want him turning I don't want his upper body turning. If I did a block sideways like this and hit with an angle of incidence, that's going to turn him, and now I'm going to get more of his back. Not really a problem. We like it when we can hit people from behind. It's a little easier, right? But that's not the technique. So when you're doing your techniques and you're saying, wow, should I use a striking block or should I use a block or a parry or whatever you're supposed to use, you have to think about the purpose of the block and what your next target's going to be. So you don't want to do the wrong one because it messes up your targeting and what's going to happen next. So last time, a strike is anything done with the arm or the hand with the exception to the front knuckles of the fist. And a striking block is used against a weapon in motion or not with the intent to hurt. Okay? I forgot to mention, it's a weapon in motion or not. So if some guy's got his finger in your face and he's yelling at you or doing whatever, trying to start the fight, if you want to hit that hand, this is not a weapon in motion. This is not a punch. This is not an elbow. This is not a weapon in motion. So when you're hitting, you're just going to hit that out of the way. You're going to use a striking block because you want to move his arm far enough out of the way. Okay? Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.